What's up, guys? James here with It's Your Life. Help with DP, DR, panic, anxiety, OCD, life coach, whatever you want to call me. This video is going to be titled Feeling Normal. And it's something that so many people are constantly asking and so many people are constantly looking for. And, I get asked all the time, how long will it take until I feel quote unquote normal again? And how long, or not, how long will it take till I feel normal again? Will I ever feel normal again? I've forgotten what normal feels like. All of the above. Sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. I got it on a new mount and in the vehicle, and it's a little bit shaky because this road's bumpy and the suspension on this truck's pretty stiff. But the thing about feeling normal is, normal, I don't know if anybody else has ever heard this saying, but normal is just a setting on a dryer. Everybody's normal is different. So to feel normal, and this is something you'll hear me say all the time when people say, gosh, I just don't feel normal. And this has been a huge thing for me. The problem that I've had tons of times is the whole complaint of, man, I just don't feel normal. Like I don't feel normal, this and that. But here's the number one question that goes with that. When is the last time you did something normal? When's the last time you had a normal day? When's the last time you did normal things? If you're shut in at your house and, whether you're, agoraphobic or panic disorder, whatever, you've been having trouble getting out and you're feeling crazier and crazier, like, you're not crazy. You just been inside for too damn long. You're not crazy. You just haven't been doing normal things in too long. To feel normal, you're like, I don't remember what normal felt like. You have to go back and be a part of normal again and do normal things to feel normal. You can't just rack your brain. You're like, well, I'm just going to sit here and do this until I can remember what it felt like to be quote unquote normal. That will never work. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You have to get out and you have to do normal things. For instance, right now, I'm out. I'm driving around. I'm just bored, but I'm exposing myself. I'm doing a little exposure. I'm riding around, going to the store, stopping by a friend's house, just out driving around, looking at stuff, just out cruising, doing normal stuff that I would do on a weekend. Just riding around, when I'm bored, so heck, why not just ride around, look at things, heck, maybe I'll see something interesting. But you got to do normal things. You can't sit in your house. Even if a completely sane, and I'm not saying you're not completely sane, you're just dealing with anxiety, there's no insanity about that, but someone who has no mental health issues, someone who is quote unquote normal to begin with, if they sat inside their house and didn't get out much for months at a time, they would feel like they were fucking crazy, just like you are. When you do stuff like that, you're going to feel crazy. The most normal, healthy person and healthy-minded person in the entire world would feel batshit crazy after they sat inside for too long, or just sat at their house for too long and didn't go out and hang out with their buddies or do the stuff that's quote unquote normal for them. Whether it's going and working out or hanging out with friends or going fishing or going to the mall or whatever. Whatever your hobbies are. If you stop doing your own hobbies, if you stop being yourself to basically bow to anxiety and panic and whatever and be like, no, you win, I'll stop going out and doing all these things so you'll leave me alone. It's not going to leave you alone. It's just going to come into your different parts of your life, even at your house. So you got to get out. You got to face these things. You have to do things that are quote unquote normal. You have to face it. That's a huge question that I asked forever until I figured it out, and then that I still get asked by people all the time, is when am I going to feel normal? How long is it going to take until I feel normal? Will I ever remember what it felt like to be normal? Yes. you will have the same memories as your old normal self. We all know everybody's normal's different, but you will have all that back. When you're in a state of depersonalization, of panic, of super high anxiety, you cannot remember these things because you are using a part of your brain that is not associated with memory. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's right though. When you're using when you're in a very anxious time of your life, whether it's depersonalization, panic, heavy anxiety, whatever, your amygdala is fired up all the time, and you're operating on very low mental capacity when it comes to the thinking part of your brain. You're using a lot of your amygdala, which is your center for fight or flight, but you're not using a lot of the part of your brain that's for thinking and storing memories and stuff, so it's hard to access. And not to mention, the more stress you're under, the harder it's going to be anyways, because your mind is exhausted. So you definitely have to go face these things. You have to do normal things. All those normal memories of being normal will come back. And I'm not saying that all of a sudden you're going to wake up and be like, I'm normal after just a day or something like that. When you start facing these anxieties and facing these issues and getting over them, one day, you'll get glimpses of normal. You'll start to feel more normal. It'll be, but don't look for it. Don't spend so much time focusing on yourself. That's what's hurting you in the first place again. You just have to live. You have to live as much as you can. Go out there, and as my boy D-Lo Green, y'all know his channel over there, Southern Living TV, what he says is, man, I just been out here killing it. And that's what you got to do. You got to get out there, and you got to kill it. You got to do as much as you can, live your life, because only you can live it, and do your thing. Get out there and kick ass, and you got to get out there and just do everything you can and live your life and kill it, because that's the only way you're going to feel normal again. And one day you're going to wake up, or one day you're just going to be sitting there once you've had all this, you've gotten over all these fears, you get living, and then you're just going to realize, hold up, I don't feel like this anymore. And it's going to be gone. And it's never going to come back. That's another thing that so many people fear is, man, I got over all this, but what if, still that anxious thinking, what if thinking is anxious thinking? What if I do all this and it comes back again? Let me tell you this right now. Once you understand how depersonalization is just an offshoot of anxiety, and you eliminate your anxieties, depersonalization can't come back. The only reason depersonalization gets there in the first place, and the reason it stays around for a while for some people, is because they don't understand it, they don't understand how to deal with it, and they don't understand that, it's basically all up to you to get rid of it or not. You can stand there and wallow in your fears and be terrified and all this kind of good crap, but it's not going to get you anywhere. When you go out and start facing it, feeling super uncomfortable, and dealing with these things, that's when you'll be making progress. That's when you'll be taking your life back. And that's when you start to feel quote unquote normal. Because I promise you, if you start putting yourself in situations in which it forces you to rise to the occasion, once you have that panic attack, once you get over that fear, once you realize that, I'm sitting here and I'm freaking out, that's when all of a sudden your brain realizes, I've been sitting here freaking out for 5 minutes, but nothing bad's happened. This actually isn't going to hurt me. I'm fine. And then it's like your brain, it changes something subconsciously to let it know not to be afraid anymore. And that is the whole thing of exposure, is exposing yourself to something and not running away until it no longer scares you, because that's what you have to do. Alright guys, that was a quick video for quote unquote feeling normal again. To feel normal, you got to get out and do normal things. You'll never feel normal sitting at home wallowing in self-pity. You got to get out and do normal things to feel normal, plain and simple. Thanks so much guys for all your support, and again, you've seen me do the DP hotline videos. Sometimes you just need a friend, that could be me, who understands you and need somebody to talk to, and that's how I also make a little money, because I'm trying to do this more, and because I enjoy doing it, I enjoy helping people, but I got to get paid a little because I have bills to pay too. So, you know, I'm still making the free videos, giving you the free content, all that kind of good stuff. But if you want to talk to me personally, have a friend to talk to who understands, who's been there. You know, I operate a paid service, and I'm doing the DP hotline, and you can check the DP hotline video for all the tips and how to get a hold of me and set up the video or voice call sessions on Skype. So yeah, if you have questions, specific questions, or want to talk to me personally, hit me up on there. As for doing the whole spending hours answering email things, I'm not really doing that anymore because it's gotten so overwhelming with all the people that do email me. I just don't have time to do that work and have a life for myself. So if I'm gonna do it, if I'm answering questions, it's gonna have to be on the DP hotline where I'm actually getting paid a little, because it's cutting into my time. It's just no longer possible for me to do it and not get paid for it, because I'm putting so much time into it. I know y'all understand that. I know you have bills too, and so I have to get paid just like everybody else does, and I have to make a little money. But it's also helping. I've already helped a lot of people with it. It's had a really, you know, everybody that I've talked to on there and that I've been helping on it is you know, they feel so much better after we talk, to just know that they're not alone and to feel like they have a friend in this whole thing. Thanks again, guys. Sorry, there's a wasp flying outside my window. And I hope you get to feeling normal again soon. So get out there and do normal things, and you know, it's your life, only you can live it. Thanks, guys.